Live from Washington, D.C., this is a Your Voice, Your Future Town Hall. Fight for freedom. There is the physical fight against terror groups, one some argue we're losing.
I have no doubt ISIS is winning. We're neither degrading nor destroying ISIS.
And then there's the fight for our freedom, having to defend speech, display, religion.
Humanity's been grappling with these questions throughout human history.
At what point do the harrowing executions or attacks on the media become too much to bear? Do we censor ourselves out of safety or defiantly put pens in the air?
We cannot afford to be buffeted by alarmism and a nearly instantaneous news cycle.
There have been concessions from otherwise edgy publications blurring out controversial cartoons to Allied forces no longer flying fighter jets. In Paris, movie makers can no longer shoot action scenes over worries they'll confuse and cause panic. And here at home, the very opposite, as Fox News decides to show the burning of a Jordanian pilot to further demonstrate the enemy's brutality. In this battle, in the worries over war, there is no clear answer. Joining our panel of experts tonight, Frank Gaffney, President and founder of the Center for Security Policy, Dr. Fahim Yonis, President of the Muslim Men's Association, Director of the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies, Clifford May, Jane Hall, Associate Professor of Journalism at American University, and Republican Congressman from Pennsylvania, Scott Perry.
Has our freedom of speech, the press, and expression stopped in the wake of recent terrorist acts? Good evening, I'm Jeff Barn, and welcome to our town hall meeting tonight. We'd like to thank our panel for being here tonight for this very important conversation. We'd also like to welcome our studio audience who will be asking questions through ways. And it amazed me because watching the Super Bowl a few weeks ago, they actually had a commercial saying no drones allowed in the stadium. And I never thought we'd live in an age where we had to do that. And the State Department is now reconfiguring its danger list for American travelers traveling abroad. So times, they are, without a doubt, as Bob Dylan would say, changing. We have an audience member with a question, sir. What is your name?
Yes, sir. My name is Orlando Fox. And my question to the panelists may be quite different, but here's my voice. There are many Americans who feel in order to obliterate ISIS, we need to put boots on the ground. I don't necessarily espouse violence, but the reality is with the multilateral Arab supporters that we have, such as UAE, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, my concern is, and my question is, should we put boots on the ground from some of our Arab partners, obliterate ISIS, particularly when we are seeing the violence of burning people alive and the beheading of others?
That's a very good question. And in addition to that, would there be a way of forming possibly a pan-Arab NATO? So anyone wants to chime in on that answer?
Well, I would say this. That's a tactical decision. You need a strategic decision first.